Welcome to the Blogger Genius Podcast, brought to you by MiloTree. Here's your host, Jillian.Leslie.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Blogger Genius Podcast. I am here with part 2 of my interview with Monica Froese. And I don't know if you remember, but we left off with what to do if you've got 6 months and you need to make money and your husband isn't understanding what you're doing. So without further ado, here is part 2 of my interview. Let's say I've done this and I've got 6 months, a 6-month runway to make a business, to prove to my husband that this isn't just a pipe dream. Now what? What are some of the easiest ways to start bringing income in? Because I've got, let's say, okay, so I put up a blog, right? I get that up and running. Now I have no people. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like where can I quickly make money?
So the quickest wins I've ever had online came from Pinterest and affiliate marketing are the two quickest wins that I feel are, especially affiliate marketing with Pinterest. You know, they had cut it off for a while. They didn't allow affiliate links at all. And I'm going to be honest, I don't even make money. I'm not a big believer in putting direct affiliate links on Pinterest. I prefer to drive people to my site.
Okay, so let's go through what each of those is.
Okay, yeah. So if the first way that you could do affiliate marketing on Pinterest is you could make a pin and link it to an affiliate link. So when someone clicks on it, they're not going to your site. They're going to, let's say, just as an example, you took a blogging course, you really love it. Now you're an affiliate of it and you want to promote it on Pinterest. So you would link directly to that person's site.
And you would add your affiliate link to the pin.
Yes.
Now Amazon is not happy about that anymore. Is that correct?
That's correct. You cannot use Amazon affiliate links on Pinterest.
Okay, but you could, for example, though, let's say I love this pan from Amazon. Can you do this? I love this pan. I take pictures of my pan in my house. I then do a blog post about this awesome pan. I then I use that as a pin on Pinterest. It links back to my blog, but that is an affiliate.
Yes, and so I strongly believe that is the better way to do it. Even if Amazon was totally fine with you linking directly to them, even though they're not, but even if they were, I strongly recommend getting the person to come to your site first for so many reasons. The first reason being that you're now getting the page view, so you could choose to monetize your site with ads, which could make you money. But if you don't want to do ads, which I didn't do ads for the longest time, and I'm actually just doing it now as an experiment, and I don't even know if I'll keep it, but right now I am running ads. The other thing is I'm a huge believer on converting Pinterest traffic into email subscribers, because once they're an email subscriber, you can market to them with affiliate links in all sorts of different ways forever, as long as they stick around. But if you think about it, if you get a click to an affiliate link to someone else's site, you've lost all ability to do anything with them at that point. So that I just kind of take off the table personally. Then if you take the tact of getting them to your site to get, with the purpose of explaining something affiliate driven, whether it's like a course that you want to tell them about or a product on Amazon, that's great too. But the method I actually prefer is giving them value in the post, a value driven blog post, but getting a single call to action that gets them on your email list. And then once they're on their email list, by all means, direct them to your affiliates.
Interesting. Okay. So because your business is all about helping moms grow businesses, you are picking affiliate programs or products that fit in with that.
So I have two sides a little bit, because the side I focus on and my most revenue generating side is by far marketing tactics, so helping moms start their businesses and really understand like the data behind. I like data driven stuff. So how you can leverage different analytic things to bring traffic to your site. Mainly I focus on email marketing and Pinterest for that. But I have a side of my business that is more passive, that I have a lot of old content, mom driven content. And especially when I had Maria in this March, I had a lot of second time mom content that I was putting up, like second time C-section stuff and things like that. And those I drive primarily using affiliate links. I send them through a different funnel once they get on my email list, like a mom funnel, kind of, I would call it.
And then that's so interesting. And then what kinds of products are you promoting?
So there's some Amazon, but I have, so Crystal Payne from Money Saving Mom, she has some really great courses for time management for moms with make over your mornings, make over your evenings, which I actually found extremely beneficial for balancing my own time. I took both and it really helped me. So I recommend those. I try to find courses, products, ebooks, checklists, whatever it might be from other bloggers, because I feel I would love to help other mom bloggers in this space grow their income and their following. So when I was pregnant and I was doing more C-section posts and second time mom posts, I was looking for breastfeeding courses and what's the other? I'm having postpartum brain right now, but there's a few of them that I found just by networking in Facebook groups and other blogging Facebook groups. I would just ask, I have this post going up about, C-section recovery. Do you have any products you recommend? So a lot of the products I linked from Amazon, some of them from Target. Honestly, I feel like that side of my business is very passive. I know people say there's no such thing as passive income, and it's not like I didn't put work into it. A blog post is work, getting the affiliate links is work, setting up the email funnels is work. Certainly work went into it, but now they run pretty much on their own.
Wow. So what's interesting about you is you've been able to take your life, the two sides of your life, your business side and your mom side, and create small kind of subset businesses out of both.
Under the same brand. Yep.
The same brand. Like you've been able to, because, people talk, and we talk about this on the podcast a lot, of like niching down and not spreading yourself too thin.
So I just listened to your episode with Rachel Miller, and I am in Rachel's course, her Facebook course, and she's the niche down queen, right? Like she really hones in on things and builds them into explosive businesses, and she capitalizes on trends and all of that. And I've thought about this a lot, especially when I was listening to that episode, because I do feel like you can have a brand that is multifaceted, but there are areas and different times within that brand that you are super focused. So like right now, my business is super, super focused on promoted pins. I found it as a spot that was needed education out there. People were asking for it. So I created a course around it. And a lot of my day-to-day now is focused on helping people with promoted pins and whether that's DIY or helping people actually get their campaigns up or running campaigns for people. So it's not like I feel like I'm very niched there, but I don't create a whole new website for it. I just pivot what I'm putting out at that time. And over time, you get good at segmenting your email list. So you send things to the right people.
Right. And what email service are you using?
ConvertKit.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. And so I have segments set up in there where I have a lot of funnels, and it's not like, there's a part of, I am a one-woman show at this point. I have some contractors, but it's very limited help that I get at this time. And I have a 6-figure business. So I'm a perfectionist in type A, and I've had to learn to let go of some of that because not everything is perfect all the time. Sometimes I have typos, and sometimes people cross-pollinate in my funnels, and so they might get more than one email in a day, and it's not intentional, but it happens, I have this philosophy that I do the best I can and I always have my reader in the forefront of my mind, and I try to do what's best by them. And it might not be perfect all the time, but it's as close as I can get it.
Right. And, there was a previous episode with my friend Becky Mansfield, and she is very similar in that she is a family lifestyle blog. But as she continues as her kids grow and she faces new things, like she has 7 different products, like 7 different lines to her business. And she too has different email funnels where she is being of service, but one could be about clean eating and one could be about potty training.
Yeah, I follow her, Your Modern Family, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and I watched her talk 2 years ago about this, where she was talking about her funnels, how she sets them up, and there's seven different ones, and people go down each, and they might cross over into the other one. Actually, I feel like she might have been one of the turning points for me when I listened to her talk about, because I did feel the pressure that when I was pivoting, because I started as a working mom blog, and it was a lot of corporate topics, talking to corporate working moms, a lot of time management, how to balance working outside the home. And as I got further away from that, I couldn't really sustain a blog on that because I don't leave the house to work anymore.
Right.
So I had to pivot, but that doesn't mean the content that I had put up is bad content. It still drives me traffic. It still drives me sales, and I don't even touch it anymore. So I don't see the problem with evolving with your brand. And my name was an accident. My brand is Redefining Mom, which, if you think about it, you can always redefine yourself. I can always use that brand for other things.
Yes, and you know what I like about this is, again, your first piece of advice, which is just start.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, and you don't have to have all your ducks in a row. You don't have to know exactly what your niche is. Like, start with a niche and see how it goes. And as you change and evolve, and as your baby grows or your family changes or who knows what, you can then do what you're doing, which is now promoted pins is working for you. And again, it's the internet. So maybe that will last forever. Maybe it will be in 6 months, you'll find something else, but that you can then figure out how to grow that.
And there was a great post I just read from Michael Stelzner. Is that how you say his last name? From Social Media Marketing?
Yes.
He said essentially that influencers come in and out of the space. So people burn out of talking about the same topic. So they'll go, and you can see it in a lot of big influencers too, but someone will go like real honed in on Pinterest, and they'll do it for a year or two, maybe even 3. And then they'll get burned out and they'll start pivoting towards a different topic in the online marketing sphere. And so it's okay to come and go from different topics based on where you are in life. If you're a lifestyle blogger, or, in 10 years from now, I hope to still have my brand, and, I can't predict necessarily where I'll be in 10 years, but I know I'm not going to be talking about C-sections in 10 years because I'm done having kids. So,
right.
But that content is still there, and it's just in the background. It might not be, even if you go to my site today, you're not going to see this splash page of C-section tips for new moms or second-time moms. Really, the only way you're going to get to it is if you find it on Pinterest, and I keyword it well so you can drive traffic. That's why I love Pinterest, to be honest with you, and Google. But I cannot profess to be the best at organic search on Google. So, but I am very good at keywording on Pinterest. And so I can have all these different areas of my business because I can rank for C-section. I can rank for time management. I can rank for Pinterest tips on Pinterest. But the people who are looking at that are not the same people. They're searching for what they need in the moment and arriving to that post that they need in the moment. And they're taking action. If I leave with anything, is that every post, if you're a blogger, should have a singular call to action that you want.
Singular. Yes. Can we talk about that?
Yep.
Yes. In fact, we created MiloTree with that in mind. It's, which is one action. We're not asking you, we have a variety of pop-ups, but notice it's one pop-up that shows to one user. It's not, hey, follow me on Pinterest. Oh, wait, follow me on Instagram. Wait, join my email list, because you will burn out your user. They will have paralysis. Mm-hmm. So I am a huge believer, one call to action.
So now, and I've actually had a student ask me this, so I think this is a good point with MiloTree. So when I was telling her about the single call to action, she went to my site and she saw MiloTree pop up, and I have it set up so the first time you visit, you get the Pinterest, follow me on Pinterest. And she said, okay, is that your call to action? Because really the call to action of the post was to get on my email list, which is 95% of the time what I want you to do. I said, well, if you think about it, if someone clicks to follow me on Pinterest, it's actually opening up a new browser. So I'm not taking them away from my site. It's opening in the new browser for you to follow me on Pinterest. But my site's still there with the original, what I want you to do.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And if they follow you on Pinterest, then chances are they will see your content and, when they're on Pinterest or whatever, because you'll show up, and then they will end up back on your site.
Yes.
And then they will be joining different lists.
Which leads me back into the whole promoted pins thing, because once they follow you on Pinterest, then if you want to get in front of them, I always say promoted pins are the way to skip the line.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
It really can.
Explain that.
Well, okay, so at the end of the day, Pinterest needs to make money. They employ people, right? They need to make money, and they, like any platform, they don't make money by sending you away from their site. And that's what their whole business model is based on, is actually sending people away from their site. So they need to make money. How do they make money? They make money on ads of people sponsoring content on their platform. So if that's how they make money, and they're in the business of making money like we're in the business of making money, I'm a believer of giving them what they want. So
I like that.
And the thing about promoted pins is it's the ad that keeps on giving. Like I do pretty well with Facebook ads, and I love Facebook ads, but when they're done, they're done. It disappears off their platform. Nobody's clicking on it anymore. When you run a promoted pin, I always run traffic campaigns, which is you pay for the click.
Yep.
But by the nature of Pinterest, people are also saving the pin. So
yep.
I'm promoting it. People are clicking and saving it. Those saves that I get from I paid for the click. I'm not even paying for the person to save it, but they do. Now I'm on that person's account, that person's board. Those are called earned clicks. So you can actually see it in your analytics. And I believe that's what they actually call it. You can see your paid metrics and your earned metrics. On most of my campaigns that I promote, I'm seeing after it's done, I still see from last summer, I ran a promoted pin campaign, and in Google Analytics, at the end of it, it will be at the end of the URL in your Google Analytics, it will be PP equals 0. That means that you paid for that click. Or PP equals 1, which means you earned that click. It came from like someone saved your pin, and then someone else went and clicked on it from a promoted pin campaign. And I have, from last summer, I ran a campaign for a month, and I still get earned clicks on that.
Yes.
Every single week.
Yes. Well, here, and tell me if this is right, which is you run a promoted pin campaign, and somebody then clicks through and saves that pin, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know you. I don't even know that person, but I see that person's pin somehow, or maybe I followed that person and it shows up in my feed, or I'm doing a search and I see that person's saved pin and I click on it. You are not paying for me to click on somebody's pin they saved from you.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Yep, you're not.
Like, that's free.
That's free. Yeah. And that's what comes up in your Google Analytics as PP equals 1. Or when you're looking at your analytics in the ads dashboard, Pinterest actually calls it out: paid metrics versus earned metrics. And earned means you didn't actually pay for it.
Yep.
And
okay. So,
it's amazing.
So I'm a mom. I want to build a business. And you say go after. So start a blog. Start it. That's the first important thing. Well, talk to your husband. Negotiate. Fight. Yes. Whatever you need to do. Carve out some time. Then start to figure out what let's call it your first niche is. Okay? Doesn't have to be your final niche. First niche. Go for it. Start writing blog posts. Start cultivating, figuring out how you can be of service to people within this niche. Hopefully it's a niche you know very well.
I recommend it is a niche you know very well. It'll make it a lot easier.
A lot easier. Right. So it's not skydiving if you've never gone skydiving. So pick something that feels right, that you know something about. Start doing some research on going deeper into this area. Start finding products that you either have used yourself or courses you've taken, those kinds of things. Join their affiliate programs. Start writing really useful blog posts that will help people. And your content in and of itself should be helpful, right? Mm-hmm. But add the links to those affiliate programs.
Yeah. And, MiloTree is a great example. When you find something that you can talk about without even getting paid for it, like I was talking about MiloTree before there was an affiliate program for it.
Oh,
It just came so naturally because it was something that worked for me. So I would mention it all the time. So things like that, if you're talking to a friend, like if you have a lifestyle mom blog and you're talking to a friend about a product that you just love and you talk about it all the time, write a post about what's so amazing about it and add your affiliate link, monetize it.
I love that. I love that. I love that because, and here's the thing. Somebody said to me, but I feel like maybe my audience won't trust me if I'm monetizing off of these links.
Okay, so blogging is, at the end of the day, it can be a huge mindset game. A lot of things can make you feel uncomfortable when you're first doing it, and you might get a negative comment and it can derail you. I've gotten people telling me that I shouldn't have had kids if I didn't want to raise them, and crazy stuff I've had. And you know what? When the first couple of those really did derail me. I mean, it's hard to get, for every 100 compliments, one negative, it erases the 100, right? And so mindset wise, and I've really started to just own things now. So what I say about the monetization side of it is, I'm not running a charity, and it can't be a business if I'm running a charity. And I'm taking time away from my family to run this business, and I have to be compensated for it. And as long as you're talking about something that you genuinely use and believe in, there's nothing wrong with you making money off of it.
I like that. I agree. I like the idea of it's not a charity.
It is not. Otherwise, it can't be a business.
Right. And as women, I think we're so used to giving, giving for free, that it is a mindset shift.
It is. And you are still giving. You give so much value. A lot of bloggers are giving away a lot of value on their free content that they put out there. I tend to give more away in my email content, but still it's free. You're not paying to be on my email list. So, I have one friend who runs a pretty big blog, and she got to the point where she actually says, I welcome people to unsubscribe from me, because if you were never going to pay me for anything, then this is not a two-way relationship then.
Right. And by the way, email service providers are expensive.
They are. You're costing me money to be on my email list. So it's not that I'm not just, there's a level of, you shouldn't just look at everyone as just a dollar sign. That I think that might be hard for women to do, especially moms who are just getting into this. But you should always have in the back of your mind that you're serving them, and you want to serve them so well that they want to buy stuff that you recommend, or they want to buy something that you create because you've given them so much value.
Right. I agree. Okay. So the first way that I can make some money, hopefully fast, is through affiliates. Then what is the next place that you recommend I move?
So if you're doing like typical blogging stuff, like a typical blogger model, you can make money off of ads and sponsorships with brands,
Okay.
whether that's social media sponsorships or writing a blog post sponsorship. I personally I just started experimenting with ads 5 years in. And that was just really like a way to enhance my own skills, because it's something I didn't really do before. But I personally don't like sponsorship work, and that's a personal preference. And the reason that is because it makes me feel like I'm working for someone. And that's why I left corporate. I wanted to not feel like I was working for someone. So it wasn't something that I really liked, but it is a way to quickly form some relationships with brands out there. So that's one way you can do. The second thing, my preferred way, is to create something of your own. And it really doesn't have to be something elaborate. And I have bought printable packs from people for $14, and if you once you're driving traffic to your site and you understand what your audience wants, I have a spreadsheet, a budget spreadsheet. This is the best way I can illustrate this. I have a budget spreadsheet. I do not talk about budgeting. I don't talk about money, besides how to make money online, I guess, technically, but I don't talk about budgeting at all. And I have a spreadsheet that my husband and I used when we were both paid in commission in corporate, and it's a very easy way to project out your finances for the year and, understand different levers you can pull with money coming in. I put it up on a lead page, the sales page on a lead page, and I charge $17 for it. Last year it made me $10,000, and the only thing I do to promote it is I pin 2 pins on rotation through Tailwind. That's all. And I made $10,000.
Wow, I love that. Okay, I love it.
And who would have thought of that? Because it has nothing to do with my niche whatsoever. And if I had listened to all the popular advice out there, I never would have put it up for sale.
Wow. And you just had created it for yourselves.
Yeah. My husband and I can remember clear as day when we did, because we missed commission, one paycheck, and we were like, now what? Because we lived paycheck to paycheck when our first daughter was born. And so we came up with this system, and it's really not difficult. I have like a 22-minute video that I give you with it, showing you how to use each tab. There's not complicated formulas. So really, and I have like a intro video on the sales page, so people know you don't have to have these wicked advanced Excel skills to figure it out or anything like that. And it sells only through Pinterest.
Wow.
And that's the power of keywording right there.
Okay. This is terrific. This is absolutely terrific. All right, Monica, and you have a variety of products on your site, courses that you've created.
Yes, I do.
That you sell.
I do. I really, now that I have my second, I really have to focus my time, and I've just came to the realization that I have to lighten that load a little bit, because it's hard to keep things updated. And I do feel a sense of responsibility to keep things updated for people who pay me money. So I'm really narrowing down on focusing on promoted pins, but I also have an organic Pinterest course that goes hand in hand. Like, if you don't understand Pinterest to drive free traffic, it's going to be really hard for you to understand Pinterest to drive paid traffic. So I do feel like they both go hand in hand, and those are my primary focuses right now. And then I have some like evergreen. I have a course about how to start an online business for moms, which is pretty evergreen, because that doesn't really change. Talking to your husband, setting up your finances, time management, all of that is what it is, right? That doesn't really change. So I have stuff like that up there too.
That is incredible. Okay. And you also do coaching.
I do. I have a little bit less time for that now, but I do offer the primary way I work with people are in strategy sessions. So especially if you're just trying to wrap your mind around getting started, I got a lot of people that are in the beginning and they just need some advice on what to do next. And then the second, I would say, most popular way people work with me are in promoted pin strategy sessions.
Well, that is terrific. Okay. And if people want to reach out to you, what is the best way?
Well, you can just go to my site, redefiningmom.com. I have a contact tab on there. And then I also have a Facebook group, which is probably the easiest way to get me in real time, because you can tag me and I see it almost instantaneously. And you can get that by going to redefiningmom.com/Facebook.
Oh, Monica, thank you. So honestly, I've learned so much from you, and congrats on your new baby.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's say you are a blogger or online entrepreneur, and you want to grow your social media followers on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, or grow your email list, and you've been wanting to try MiloTree, but you're not that technical. Well, we have launched a service called MiloTree Fast Track, where for $50, we will install it and optimize it for you. If you are interested, just reach out to me at Jillian@MiloTree.com. And of course, you will get your first 30 days of MiloTree free.